Bihari Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki, Sarvajna Vinash Lakshmi Narasimhadev Bhagwan ki, Bhakta Shiromani Bhakta Prahlad Maharaj ki, Patita Pavan Srila Prabhupada ki, Jai Gaur Premanandi. Hare Krishna. I think you are on mute, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Yeah, so today we are going to start with chapter 4, which is Transcendental Knowledge. Yesterday, Prabhuji covered about Karma Yoga. In this Transcendental Knowledge, Krishna starts telling about the history of Bhagavad Gita. And it started to whom he told this first and all. So Prabhuji will explain more about this. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu. So once again, welcome to all. Today's session, Bhagavad Gita, chapter 4. I hope day by day, everyone are realizing what is life and what is the purpose of human life and how to make perfect life. So let us start. So as usual, humble prayers will start. So that which gives us, which empowers by the spiritual master and Krishna's mercy, will be able to understand this transcendental knowledge. So now let us chant prayers. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Mena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Iti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Jayavata Goswaminiti Namine Nama Acharya Padaya Nityakrapapadaya Gauragatada Nagaragram Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langayate Grim Yat Kripatamaham Vande Shri Gurum Dinatarinam Paramanandam Madhavam Chaitanya. So let us thank and show gratitude to His Divine Grace Abhay Charana Ravinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, who is the founder Acharya of International Society for Krishna Consciousness. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. So before starting today's session, yesterday what we discussed, very first point is yaga, renunciation. And that true renunciation and false renunciation. But the story, just by giving up, so the nature which they had in those days, just taking little previous to our life, and see how they were living. They were very selfless. But as much as we are becoming selfish, we are reducing our freedom, reducing our enjoyment, reducing our happiness. As much as we are selfless, we increase in our happiness. Happiness never comes from outside. This is a secret you should understand. Happiness comes from within, not outside. Whatever the material products you provide to the body or anything, you cannot be happy. So actually happiness comes from the within. And when you start doing selfless services, you increase in your happiness. So we saw this. And when we have completely nil, we don't have any desires of this material world, then we are qualified to enter the spiritual. Then regulated activities, then exemplary. So whom we should take as exemplary to our life, and how should we behave as exemplary to others. These two things we learned. And then enemy. Our enemy is lust. Not our neighbors or my colleagues. No, it's my lust. Never ever we can get rid of our lust. So we should be very much intelligent. And that intelligence comes from scriptural knowledge. That is, okay, many things we learn. And today we'll be seeing about transcendental knowledge. So eternal knowledge, Krishna says the eternal knowledge, accurate understanding, the misconceptions which we had in our life. Everything will be cleared in this part of the session. And reactionless, what kind of activities should I do? And how the results of that activities on me. And then surrender. So how should we surrender to the spiritual master? And what is the process? How by surrendering to him, how we are surrendering to the Supreme Lord. Many things we learn. So before that, let us start with a small story about this transcendental knowledge. So what is knowledge? So how to know the truth? Actually, knowledge. I've said the story in the introduction part also, but still I'm repeating this so that we might be able to understand this. That am I receiving this transcendental knowledge, or I have understood this? So what is the life and how should we? So this is a past time in Mahabharata, where Krishna and Arjuna and Duryodhana, among these three. So after Pandava's banishment, they came back to receive their kingdom. But Duryodhana, we know that is a demon. So he said, and he had many other kinds of, thinking. Like he was in an assumption that now they are coming from the forest. What can they fight against me? So let us fight against them. Let we have the war. We will defeat them very easily so that I'll be the king for eternal. This was his plan. But Lord has another plan. So finally, they had so much of conversation. Even Lord came to Duryodhana for requesting to give half of the kingdom at least, or at least just 5 villages. That is sufficient. But Duryodhana was willing to give anything, even a place where you can keep 5 needles. That much of a place also I'm not willing to give to the Pandavas, he said. So then obviously the war was to happen. So you just see the whole world, everyone were taking the help of the other kings. And because Duryodhana was the king, so this 13 years he had a good relationship with all the kings. So many kings were helping, but Pandavas were pious. So there was many other kings were helping Pandavas. So there was 7 Akshohinis with the Pandava side and 9 Akshohinis with the Kauravas side. And some kings still they were not helped because they were relatives. That was Vishnuvamsha or Yaduvamsha. Krishna's this thing, they had not still taken any decision to which side they have to be. And finally, the end was Balaram. They requested to Yadu kingdom that you have to take one of the other party. Like then finally said, Krishna will decide this. And Krishna said, tomorrow morning, whoever comes first and meet me, I will help. Fine. So Krishna was still sleeping. By that time, Duryodhana came. He came. He saw that Krishna is still sleeping. So what he did? There was 2 chairs. The one near the lotus feet of the Lord and near the head. First, he tried to sit near the feet. Then he thought, should I sit near the feet of the Lord? No, let me sit near the head. He went that side and he sat. And then later on, Arjuna came. Arjuna gave the obeisances to Lord Krishna. Just took out the chair and sat at his lotus feet down. Then later, but after little while, Krishna opened his eyes and he saw that, Arjuna, oh, then it is you who have come first. And Duryodhana was replying from behind, no, it was first me. I came first. That's why I say always turn on your videos. It's because Lord should see us. You don't think you'll turn on your videos and the Lord will be seeing. Actually, Lord should see us. That means how much participation is there from our side. Arjuna was in front of the Lord. As soon as he opened the eyes, he saw Arjuna. And finally, he decided, okay, but I'm seeing Arjuna first. So my option is to give to Arjuna. Then Duryodhana, he was very angry on Krishna and he says, this is not fair, Krishna. You are so partial. You are giving, I came in the first. You said, whoever comes first, I'll give. But Krishna says, no. Whomever I see first, I will consider that he has come first. And finally, okay, they decided. So let me divide this into 2. 2 Akshohini they had. And you said, I have a Narayani Sena, which consists of 2 Akshohinis. And there are many Atirathas, Maharathas, and many, many great warriors, they have never seen defeat in their life. Such kind of warriors I have in my team. So that 2 Akshohinis one side, and the other side, me alone. And Duryodhana was upset with this also. He was saying, what kind of division is this? It should be equally divided. Krishna says, this is my choice. However I want, I can do. Okay, fine. Then he said, because I have seen Krishna, Arjuna first, I'll be giving the option to Arjuna to choose first. Now Duryodhana was more angry because, see, the division itself is not fair. 2 Akshohinis is one side and only Krishna is on the other side. And he's giving the option Arjuna the first to choose. So obviously what we choose? 2 Akshohinis we choose, because that is the requirement of Arjuna. They are with 7 Akshohinis and Kauravas is already with 9 Akshohinis. In battlefield, little bit of difference also matters a great. So he needs the 2 Akshohinis now. He's in very need of it. So he gave the option for Arjuna. Then Duryodhana was saying, this is not fair, something all. Then he said, no, this is last. I'm giving the option to Arjuna. And this is actually a lesson to us. Krishna is teaching a lesson to us, or you are a devotee. What's your choice in your life? What kind of a decision will you take? Everyone have the same situation, some or the other difficulties, challenges we have in our life. The same thing Arjuna was facing. So what the decision did he take? And finally, Arjuna, he stands on his knees and he just opens his hand. He was about to request. By that time, Krishna says, wait, stop. One more thing I have. Because my opposite team will be my warriors, that is my friends and relatives, all they will be opposite to me. How will I be able to fight with them? So I'm saying one more thing, I will take a vow that I will never ever touch weapon in this battle. And Duryodhana was more disturbed by hearing this. First he thought, at least anyhow 2 Akshohinis is gone now. Arjuna is going to choose it. And at least I can utilize this Krishna. Even if it's single-handed, I can use at least the Sudarshan Chakra. Some for a battle I can use him. And now he's saying he's not even touching the weapon. Then what is the use of this useless Krishna taking to my side? He was completely disturbed and frustrated hearing this. Then it was Arjuna. Arjuna just opened his arms and he said, Krishna, I don't need any Narayani Sena. I need Sakshat Narayana yourself in my side. It never matters whether you fight or you don't fight. It is you who are with me. Then definitely victory is with me. This is transcendental knowledge. But then Duryodhana thought, oh, in my life I have seen such kind of fools, but I have never seen a bigger fool than Arjuna. He has such a wonderful opportunity to pick the 2 Akshohinis, the great warriors, Atiratha, Maharathas, warriors, Narayani Sena. But this fool has chosen this useless person, Krishna, to his side, who's a person who's not even fighting. What will we have a person who's not fighting in the battle? Useless person. Okay, but he was somewhere fear that Krishna might change something. So he said, oh, okay, my brother has picked you, Krishna. So what to do? Let me take the 2 Akshohinis. Just from there, he took the 2 Akshohinis and left the place. So actually, this is a knowledge to us. We know what is the result. Kauravas had 11 Akshohinis and Pandavas had 7 Akshohinis. But the difference is, Krishna was in the side. Here the decision is whether Krishna is in our side. Have we chosen Krishna? If we don't have Krishna in our life, whatever the wealth we have, it's everything considered to be zero. It's of no use. Without Krishna, everything is shunyam, nil. When Krishna is in our side, nothing, even if you have anything, if you don't have anything also, is that you have the whole, you are possessing the whole world. You can see the devotees of the Lord, like Narada Muni and many others. Everyone, each and every one of the 3 worlds, they respect, even the 33 crore devatas, all the devatas, they give respect to the devotees. When it comes to the, I think, 14th chapter, somewhere it will come. I'll say about that also. How Narada Muni, just hearing that Prahlad Maharaj in the stomach of Yadu, he circumambulated her and gave a post-trade obeisances because there is a Mahabhagavata in her womb. That is the respect to a devotee. Even we experience this just by putting on this. We are still not devotees, just pretending to be devotees. Having this tilak and kantimala, we get so much of respect. Just trying to be a devotee of the Lord. Just imagine if we are a devotee of the Lord, what will be our position? So this is transcendental knowledge, that is Krishna is in our life. Okay, let us go further. EARS, ears. Acronym is ears. So eternal knowledge, accurate understanding, reactions. Okay. So here Krishna is saying about the eternal knowledge, origin and descent. We saw this in introduction, so I don't take much time in this. So in the verse, the very first verse, Krishna is saying how this knowledge was first given to Vivaswan, the sun god, who is the head of all the planets, king of all the planets. When the king is with this knowledge, with this transcendental knowledge, he will impart the same knowledge to all his subjects. So the main, what I can say, the planet, the head of all the planet is the king. So whatever the knowledge he is having, is providing to all. One thing you should understand, the sun god, it's not a fireball. It is Surya Narayana, we say, or Vivaswan. His name is Vivaswan. And the light which we are seeing is the effulgence of his body. It is emanating from his body. Definitely, if you are not a spiritual person, very much materialistic, we cannot even assume. So they say this as myth. Our scriptures as myth, because they are fools. They are not in the platform to understand this. So whatever I'm not able to see or consider, I think that is myth. But this is reality. Because scriptures are saying, if you don't have faith, nowhere you will be able to understand this, such kind of transcendental things. Okay, the origin and descent given by Lord Krishna. Direct, this is known as Apaurushaya. Apaurushaya means it is free from 4 defects. Actually, all the living entities have 4 defects. That is, they are in illusion. The very first beginning thing is in illusion. The second thing is imperfect senses. See, our senses is limited. Something beyond this wall, we are not able to see. Beyond our house, we cannot see. We are very much limited. We don't know what is happening in other place. But Lord's senses is perfect. When you are offering that milk and fruit, is not coming, but just by his vision, is honoring it. Yes, every senses can do all the activities. That is the power of the Supreme Lord. We are very much limited. Okay, imperfect senses. Then we have a tendency to make mistakes. So actually, we commit mistakes. And we have a tendency to one is mistake, one is illusion, and I just forgot the other one, I think. Okay. So committing mistakes, one thing is, and cheating tendency. Sorry. Yeah. Cheating tendency. When we commit some mistakes, no, we have a cheating tendency to prove that what we have done is right. In this way, we have 4 defects. This is said in scriptures. So every jiva is facing with this 4 defects. So he cannot be apaurushya. Whatever he says, it cannot be absolute. But when it comes from the Supreme Lord, it is apaurushya. And the same thing is when it repeated by the spiritual master, that is also absolute. Yeah. Then descended from Krishna, Vivaswan, sun god, Manu, Ikshvaku, down through disciplic succession. This is known as parampara. And this knowledge should and must come with parampara. Without parampara, it cannot be authentic. And he is saying to Surya, Vivaswan, and he is imparting this knowledge to his son, Vaivasvata Manu, which is our Manvantara, the 7th Manvantara. There is 14 Manvantaras in one day of Brahma. That is around 72 Divya Yugas of, that is for one Manvantara. It takes a long time to explain all those things, how many years in this thing, everything like that. So it takes 71 Divya Yugas. In this, we have 14 Manvantaras, and now we are going on with the 7th Manvantara, and his name is Vaivasvata Manu. Clear? Yes. And then he imparts that knowledge to his son, Ikshvaku, who is coming in the family of Surya Vamsha. That is Ramachandra. Lord Ramachandra took birth in Surya Vamsha, isn't it? So from there, the knowledge is coming in the disciplic succession, Guru, Shishya, disciplic succession. And now the knowledge has lost. So now Krishna is starting this with Arjuna. And why he is giving to Arjuna? Why not to others? See, that very ancient science of relationship with the Supreme, I am today revealing unto you because you are my devotee as well as my friend, and can therefore understand this transcendental wisdom. So only you can understand this, Arjuna, not others. Bhaktya mama vijanati yavanyasya tattvatah. Only a devotee can understand the message of the Lord, not others. So Arjuna was a great devotee. So he's saying this knowledge to Arjuna. Through Arjuna, this parampara is restarting. Actually, once what happened? After all this battle, it was Arjuna and Krishna had gone to somewhere for vihara, somewhere for outing they had gone. And in a forest somewhere, Krishna was sitting and Arjuna slept on his lap and he was just sleeping actually. At that time, Narada Muni comes. He asks Krishna, Krishna, this Arjuna is an ordinary person. He's a Kshatriya. Kshatriya is below than the Brahmanas. Actually, Brahmanas, Rishis, everyone are superior to them. So there are Sapta Rishis. There are great Rishis, Mahatmas. You do not say this Bhagavad Gita to everyone. But you said to this person who is a Grihastha, having 4 wives, so many children, and a Kshatriya. Then Krishna just takes one hair from the head of Arjuna and gives that to Narada Muni. Hear what it is. Hair is saying. Just he takes the hair and keeps near the ears of Narada Muni. Put here, Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. The hair of Arjuna was chanting the Krishna's name. That's the power of the holy names of the Lord. When you are chanting it, Krishna is reciprocating so much. I don't know how far you are all chanting, how attentively and sincerely you are chanting. So you can experience that Krishna is reciprocating with us. Every day, every moment you can experience. Small things you can experience that Krishna is reciprocating with me. So actually this knowledge comes from parampara, and it comes to a disciple who has surrendered to the spiritual master, to a bona fide spiritual master who is surrendered to his spiritual master. So this is our disciplic succession. So this is called Guru Shishya Parampara. After introduction in our Bhagavad Gita, you can see there 32 names are there. Starting from Srila Prabhupada in the below. From Srila Prabhupada to his spiritual master, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada. Then his spiritual master, Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj. Then his spiritual master, Bhakti Vinod Thakur. Then his spiritual master, Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj. In this way, it goes with the spiritual master and Guru Shishya Parampara. And finally, it goes to Madhvacharya. From Madhvacharya, it goes to Vyasadev, and Vyasadev to Narada Muni, from Narada Muni to Brahma, Brahma to Krishna. So Krishna gives this knowledge to Brahma, from Brahma to his Guru Shishya Parampara is coming. In our Parampara is known as Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Parampara. When this knowledge, Bhagavad Gita knowledge or any spiritual knowledge, if it's not coming from Parampara, it cannot be authentic. It's all bogus, interpreted message to you. Never ever you believe that. Then now many will be thinking, oh, then it's only ISKCON which is bona fide, not others. No, definitely. There are 4 paramparas. That is Sri Parampara, Brahma Parampara, Rudra Parampara, and Kumara Parampara. There are only 4 paramparas. And ours is Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Parampara. See, there are many branches. When there is a Guru, he'll be having 4 disciples who is bona fide. And he will have each disciple will be having another 4 disciples. You're getting the point? See, don't think only 4. If some will be having 10 disciples, some will be having only 1 disciple. Qualified, I'm saying. There will be hundreds of disciples, but qualified disciples. From him, the parampara grows. Then finally, now it is ours is Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Parampara. From Brahma, it has come to Madhvacharya, from Madhvacharya to Gaudiya Desh, that is Bangladesh. So you can see everything, many things in Bengal. Because Srila Prabhupada is from Bengal and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is from Bengal. So everything, many things in Bengal we see. This is our parampara. And now there is only 2 paramparas which are active. Other 2 paramparas have been lost because they did not get a bona fide or qualified disciples. That is Kumara Parampara and Rudra Parampara. So the Acharya of Rudra Parampara is Vishnu Swami. And the Acharya of this thing, Kumara Parampara is Nimbarka Acharya. And Sri Parampara, you all know it's Ramanujacharya. And for Brahma Parampara, it is Madhvacharya. From the Acharyas, it comes. I hope you all are understanding this. And you can see this, the Parampara, from Srila Prabhupada, it goes till Krishna. So this knowledge becomes authentic. Without such kind of knowledge, see, just small ordinary example I'll give you. If you want to go travel somewhere in the railways, you cannot have a paper and write, somebody takes money and writes in a paper that, yes, you can go to Mysore from Bangalore to Mysore. Yes. Will the TT agree this? No. It should be from the railway station. Isn't it? The same way like for the airport or for the bus or whatever. This is called authenticity. Not anyone, everyone can say. Not that everyone can say about spirituality. Everyone can speak and whatever they want, they can say. No. It should be authentic. Even if you claim that I am a doctor without MBBS certificate, you are not claimed as a doctor. And that MBBS should be given by a university, which is authentic. Now, spirituality, how it has become whoever, anything they can say and it becomes authentic. No. And you can see this YouTubes or the TV channels and so many. One day, one person is coming with many forms, like having many things in their hand, putting a saffron and putting a big tilak and Rudrakshi on their neck and something like this. No, it cannot be like that. They are all cheaters. They claim themselves as spiritual masters. You should ask them whether they have a parampara. Do they have a spiritual master, and have they surrendered to the spiritual master? Are they slave of the spiritual master? Without becoming a slave of a spiritual master, that person cannot be a guru. Here, many topics here. Then why parampara? Parampara preserves the teachings. Why do you mean parampara? It preserves the teachings. It is not interpreted. The message has not been changed. Other than Bhagavad Gita as it is, you see all the messages been changed. It is not directly from Krishna. They say their own understandings on it. And purpose and mood are preserved. Then no personal motivated interpretations. There is no interpretations or their personal motivation, because he is a slave of spiritual master. Whatever he orders, he just performs accordingly. That's it. And that person is a slave of his spiritual master. So whatever his spiritual master has ordered, exactly there's the same thing. So what Krishna has said, exactly, perfectly, it comes as it is. That is Bhagavad Gita as it is. Okay, in transcendental via medium, it is very transcendental. You can just refer whenever you want. You can see what his spiritual master said. Is it the right same thing? Yes, then it is authentic. So Guru Sadhu Shastra, learn, follow, and teach principle. And this principle is first you learn, follow, then teach to others. For example, I myself will not chant. I'm asking you all to chant. Will you all do that? No. And father is smoking and he's asking his child not to smoke. Will that happen? No. Even see material things or spiritual things. First, I should do, I should follow. I should be a disciple of a spiritual master. I should be very humble. Then I request you to be humble. Definitely you will be. Because that is the potency of my words. When I follow that, the words will have a weightage to it. If myself not following it, why will it? Yeah. And then what is this knowledge about? So you can see what is this knowledge? Okay. About the self, who am I? About the Supreme Lord, is opulence, about our relationship with the Supreme Lord. Actually, knowledge. What is knowledge? You should understand this. If you have a book and pen, I think you should all make a note of it. So, what is knowledge? We think many things as knowledge. No, knowledge only three things. It is said as Sambandha Jnana. First thing, who am I? Then, who is the Supreme Lord? Who is the Creator? Then third, what is the relationship between me and the Supreme Lord? This is knowledge. Other than this, everything is ignorance. Very simple. Krishna will say till the 13th chapter, some in the 8th chapter and 13th chapter about the knowledge. He'll give many points. You'll see there. Okay. Him and us. So what is the difference between the Jiva and the Supreme Lord and his activities? In this chapter, is these things. The result of understanding him and his activities, the most important verses. That is 5, 6, 7. Okay. Till 9th, it is more important. Then you can see the difference between this chat Krishna and living entities. The eternal remembers is known as Achyuta. There are many names to Lord. Achyuta, he will never fall down. Why? Because He is the Supreme Lord. He will never change the bodies. It is we who change the bodies. See, eternal. We are also part and parcel of the Lord. So we are also eternal. We are also Satchidananda. We are Atma. We are soul. Mevamcha Jiva Lok Jiva Bhuta Sanatana. But forgets past lives. We forget our past life because we change our body. Then appear by my own will. Krishna appears by his own will. Atma Maya. There is no compulsion that he has to take birth here. No. He has to come here. No. But we are forced by Maya, Mahamaya, because of our karma. We have so many results. So we take the body accordingly. But Krishna, see Krishna in one day of Brahma, only once he comes to this universe. In one day of Brahma, only once he comes. That is 1,000 Divya Yugas is his one day. And you don't get confused, I'll say that. See, Kali Yuga. Kali Yuga consists of 4,32,000 years. Dwapar Yuga, 8,64,000. Treta Yuga, 12,96,000. And Satya Yuga, 17,28,000. So totally it is 43,20,000 years. This is one Divya Yuga. Such kind of Divya Yugas, 1,000 Divya Yugas is equal to Brahma's one day. In that one day, Krishna, once he comes to this universe. Yeah. Then appear in spiritual body, Satchidananda. Krishna comes in. There's no difference between Atma and body of Krishna. But we have the difference. We have the body, material body we have, which is made out of this material. Material world is made out of material things. The 24 elements are there in this. We don't have much time to explain this. This is said in Srimad Bhagavatam. We don't only about Panchabhutas. No. Krishna says, Bhumira Ponalawai Kammana Buddhi Revacha Hankara Itiyame Vinna Prakratan. Ashtada, it comes in the 7th chapter. So we see only a gross body and the subtle body. And within that there is Atma, that is we, the spirit soul. But Krishna's body and soul both are the same, is complete spiritual, no material. Yeah? No difference in the body and self. And we have difference because we have gross body and subtle body. Remembers all births because it's avyayam. He'll never change the body, so there is no need that he is going to forget. But we forget because we change our and reason and of descent. When decline in religion, when the religion is declined, definitely Krishna comes. That's what he says. Yada yada hi Anirbhavati bharata vyuttanam adamasta tadatmanam srijamiham. Then prominent rise in a religion. Why? Annihilate the demons, to deliver the devotees, re-establish principles of religion. This is the reason why Krishna comes. Paritranaya sadhunam vinayasha dushkrutam dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. Paritranaya sadhunam. Actually, Krishna is not coming to kill the demons. He's coming to protect his devotees. Do you know what is the difference between this? Protecting the devotees and killing the demons. There is no requirement that he has to come to kill the demons. This is small weapon is sufficient. He has so many servants who are so capable. Jaya Vijaya. Just the pastime of Hiranyakashipu and Hiranyaksha. They were the servant gatekeepers of the Lord. When they came to this material world, what was their power? Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu, even Hiranyaksha took the earthly planet on as this thing. He went there, isn't it? He hid that. And Hiranyakashipu, he was ruling the whole 3 worlds. Just a small pastime, that is. You can see that the power of the servants. And one more small example. So you know about Sudarshan Chakra? Everyone knows Sudarshan Chakra is very powerful. But how powerful is it? We don't know. A small analogy. I'll give you an example. Says, just think, in a summer day, very hot summer day, at around 12 o'clock afternoon, sun is on the head of top of our head, very hot. You take a small lamp or a candle and keep outside. How much light can that candle give to you? Clear? Nowhere you'll be able to see that candle because so much the effulgence of the sun is so powerful. The same thing happens when Sudarshan Chakra comes outside. Our sun will be like that lamp with the candle. This is the power of Sudarshan Chakra. Just imagine the Supreme Lord who is possessing that Sudarshan Chakra. What power should he have? We assume that the Lord also is something equal to us, and our all understanding is to our material knowledge. We think, oh, Lord is also having two hands. He's like this. He'll be wearing dress. He'll be doing this past. There's many things like this. That is all, yes. But he comes with the love for his devotees. He does small pastimes. I'll say this in the 10th chapter where he comes in many other things. So, and my one story behind this also. Once Akbar asked Birbal, why is that your Supreme Lord is always coming and descending here? Why he himself comes? Why can't he send his weapons or his servants? So Birbal said, give me some time, my dear king. I'll answer you. After that, after a few days, they were going to an outing in a boat, big boat. So it had 2 floors, like ground for all the servants and the soldiers were there. On top, it was king with his family was there. And Birbal went there. He had a small child, Akbar. So Birbal at once, he took the child and just threw him into the water. Just seeing this, without saying anything, Akbar at once, he jumped into the water. Meanwhile, what happened? Because the servants were below the ground floor, like the boat, big boat it is. So they all jumped, the soldiers, they protected the child, they brought him back. And later part, this thing, Akbar came in empty hand. And finally, he came with the sword to kill Birbal. What is this you are doing? Such kind. You want to kill my son? He said, no, wait for my king. You know that you are the king. You have so many servants. And you would not protect your son. It was your soldiers who helped, saved him. Just one order was sufficient. They said, oh, my son has been fallen. You save him. Without your order itself, they saved him. They said one word is sufficient. Then why did you jump? He said, hey, fool, he's my child, is my own child. How can I be without helping him? Then the Birbal says, the Lord reciprocates in the same way with his devotees because he is very dear to his devotees and devotees are very dear to him. So he himself comes down to help his devotees. Okay. Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkrutam dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge. These 2 things. Other one, Dharma Samstha, to re-establish the religion. This 3 purpose, Krishna presents. And then what happens when we know all this knowledge, Bhagavad Gita knowledge and all the other knowledge if we acquire, what is the result that we are going to get? Janma karma chame divyam evam yoveti tatvata tektva deham punar janma naiti mameti sojuna. Krishna is saying, Janma, Karma, Chame, Divyam. Whoever is able to understand that my Janma and Karma is Divyam, transcendental. Just by knowing this, that the Lord's pastimes and Lord's activities, his birth, everything is transcendental. Evam yo veti tatvataha. That is tatvataha as it is. If he comes to know, then tektva deham punarjanma naiti mameti sojuna. Never he will have another birth in this material world because he will come back to me, Arjuna. Very simple. We are just trying to know that Krishna's pastimes are transcendental because we are contaminated so much. We think that Krishna is in this material terminology. In material knowledge only, we are trying to learn that. We are not realized yet that Krishna is Supreme Lord, is beyond all this material gunas or the modes. It takes time, but just knowing this is sufficient that I'll be liberated from this. Accurate understanding. Next topic. Knowledge removes 2 major misconceptions. That is, all paths lead to same destination. The caste system unfair and exploitative. Should see this. All paths lead to the same destination. Everyone say that you can worship whatever you want. You can do any puja, anything, any yajna. Result is same. How come? For example, you want to go to Delhi. You are in Bangalore. You want to go to Delhi. You have to go to the northwards, isn't it? If you take a south direction, will you go to Delhi? It is foolish thing. You cannot expect whatever you do and the result will be the same. How can that happen? And many say this, they provoke you and they ask you to do many different things. So the result is same. No. Mukti Pradata Mukunda. Very simple. It is Lord Shiva who is saying this. Who can liberate us? Who can give mukti? It's only Mukunda, it's only Krishna. No other gods can give. They can give material boons, whatever we need. They can help us in all the way. But mukti, it is only Krishna. Krishna says, Ye tamam prapadens tam statai bajamiham. Mavartamanu vartante manushya partha sarvasha. Whoever, however, they surrender unto me, just I'll give the blessings accordingly. As all surrender unto me, I reward them accordingly. Very simple it is. You think that Lord is light? Definitely is a light. You think Lord is Paramatma only is residing in our heart? Yes, same. If you think Lord is Bhagavan, He is everywhere, He is the light, He is the source of everything, and He is the Supreme Lord who is in Goloka Vrindavana. And it is Krishna, definitely. Whatever the knowledge you acquire, you possess it. You get it. So there is three kinds of realization actually. It is said in Srimad Bhagavatam. Brahmeti Paramatmeti Bhagavan iti Shabhyate. Brahman, it is the light. Then Paramatma as the Supreme Lord. And then Bhagavan. As one is Paramatma, Super Soul, and another Bhagavan, Supreme Lord. Three kinds of realization. And it's all the same, it is Krishna himself. Krishna resides in everyone's heart. For this, you need a long discussion. I'll see in the previous day, sometime I'll get the time. I'll show you the Goloka chart and I'll try to explain. Let us go further. Different paths, different destinations. You can see here, devotees live with the Lord and serve Him happily. You can see from the below, karmis get material desires fulfilled. Karmis, we need material desires, and we go to, even we can go to Krishna also, or even to other gods, and you do puja and everything. I need to get married. I need children. I need house. I need car. I need this. I need. Yes, He'll be providing. Or sometimes you want beyond this, you'll get the heavenly planets also. You can go to heavenly planets and you can enjoy there. This is all karmis, not devotees. And jnanis attain Brahman. It is known as Brahmananda. They just become one with the Lord, the Sahaja Mukti we say. So they become one with the Lord and they lose their individuality. They'll lose this, what is that? The difficulties of the, I think, Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadhi. They'll be free from this thing, Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadhi. So it's always happiness. So this is jnanis. Yogis get mystic power. Anima, Mahima, Lagima, like this, 8 mystic powers are there. They can walk on the water, they can fly, they can become heavier than the heavier, lighter than the lighter. From here, they can put a hand to moon planet and pluck a fruit from there. Or else even from the rays of the sun rays, they can go wherever they want. And dipping from Ganga, they can come out in Kaveri. This is the mystic powers yogis get. You all think, oh, this is also superb, great. But devotees live with the Lord and serve the Lord. They always be with the Lord. In the Goloka of Vrindavana, Vaikuntha Dham, they'll be with the Lord. Just think which is superior in this. Guess out of this, which is permanent result. And all this, still the yogi, it's all material things. When you lose your body, you're going to lose everything. But a devotee always is eternal, he'll be with the. Yeah. Okay, now. The next other important topic of today, Varnashrama Dharma. We think it is, oh, this caste system is not right. Brahmanas, they always exploit. They are superior, they think. Shudras are exploited. Many things like that. It is all bogus things. It is the Britishers or the invaders of India who made this Varnashrama Dharma and gave a different picture to this. Actually, Krishna says, who is the creator of this caste or Varnashrama? It is Krishna himself. Do you think Krishna is doing something wrong? How can a Supreme Lord can do something wrong? How can he show partiality? Never. So Krishna says, Chatur Varnya Maya Sushtam Guna Karma Vibhagashaha. How this division is made? By Guna and Karma. By the qualities and the activities of a person, it is decided whether he is a Brahmana or a Shudra. Very simple. See, is doctor's son a born doctor? Same like that, a Shudra's son cannot be a Shudra. A Brahmana's son cannot be a Brahmana. You see in the scriptures, Dronacharya is a great Brahmana, but his son Ashwatthama is known as Brahma Bandhu. Brahmana's Bandhu. He is not a Brahmana because he did not have the qualities. You see in the 18th chapter, where Krishna explains this. He says the qualities of this Varnas. He says, Shamo Damastapa Shaucham Kshantirajyavam Evacha Jnanam Vijnanam Astikyam Brahma Karma Swabhavajam. This is the qualities of a Brahmana. And he says, Shauryam Tejo Daksham Ude Chapi Apalayam. Then Dhanam Ishvara Bhavascha Kshatram Karma Swabhavajam. This all, the 7 qualities is with the Kshatriyas. And Krushi Gorakshavanijyam Vaishya Karma Swabhavajam Paricharyartam Karma Shudra Swabhavajam. Shudra who is serving all the above. And it is Brahmanas who is giving the guidance to everyone. Having these 9 qualities, he will be claimed as a Brahmana. Not just taking a birth in a Brahmana. Clear? Actually, definitely Brahmanas are very superior. When we give the head of the Lord, it's very important. The head is more important to us than the hands, but everything is important. Even legs are important. Without legs, you cannot go anywhere. Shudras are considered as legs, and Vaishyas as stomach, and Kshatriyas as the arms. So all is important in a body. But head is superior because it is intelligent. It guides the other varnas. And definitely we need a Brahmana. Even today we would say no need of this varnashrama. Still we have. When you go to any office, there's a person with intelligence is known as manager or somewhere in higher superior position. Other person who is very lower, and Shudras will be sweeping the office and cleaning it. So there also you find this. It is very natural. Without this, you cannot live. And the world cannot be without any Shudras. The world cannot be without Shudras or Brahmanas. But nowadays, intelligence they're using in a different way. So that's another thing. Okay. So according to the 3 modes of material nature and the work associated with them, the 4 divisions of human society are created by me. And although I am the creator of this system, you should know that I am yet a non-doer, being unchangeable. But the Lord is beyond this varnas. When he comes as a human being, you shouldn't think that, oh, he is also with this gunas. He is also like our material things. No, his body and soul is same, is spiritual. Never he can be untouched. You can say in tomorrow's session how we should live. So Krishna is always transcendental to this material modes. Clear? Let's go further. Reactionless karma. Now karma is very important. We do many activities. So what is the results that we get with our activities? Kim karma kim karmeti kavayo pyat pramohita tatte karma pravishyami yajñatva mokshase shubhat. Even the intelligent are bewildered in determining what is action and what is inaction. So which activities give us the results and which activities will not give us the results? Which activities will bind us in this material world and which activities will not bind us, and which activities will liberate us and which will not liberate us. Even great rishis, great mahatmas are difficult to determine this. Now, Krishna is saying, now I shall explain to you what action is, knowing which you shall be liberated from all misfortune. The most important thing, how should we do our activities? Now Krishna will explain that. And there are 3 kinds of karmas, 3 kinds of activities. First is karma. So what is it, karma? Karma is simple terminology, simple understanding is activities. And that activities is pious actions. How it becomes pious? Performed according to Vedic injunctions. When it comes with the Vedic injunctions, according to Bhagavad Gita, whatever we do, it is pious activity. Whatever we do according to the Srimad Bhagavatam, it is pious activity. Clear? And what it fetches, what the result you get out of it? Pious results. That is punya. He says punya. Pious results you get. And by getting that pious results, what is the enjoyment you're going to do? What you are getting the benefits of it? Enjoy temporary happiness. By doing good things, your next birth will be with a rich family, intelligent person, beautiful body, something, or good fame and name and something, all this. So all the 6 appearances you get by this. By getting this pious results. Clear? This is karma. Be very clear. And what is vikarma? Anything which fetches sinful results, which is called as sinful activities. And this is done against the scriptures. Now, we don't know what is karma and vikarma because we don't know what is Bhagavad Gita, what Bhagavad Gita says to us, what should we do? So now we are in confused state. Which is vikarma, which is akarma, we don't know anything. Which fetches the good result, which fetches the bad result. It's a simple thing, I'll say. To understand this, you think, oh, I know very well, this is bad, this is good. No, don't be in an assumption and illusion that whatever I do is good. Sometimes whatever we do without our knowledge will be happening, the sinful act. Just imagine a small, two kids are there, brother and sister. They're at the age of 10 years or something like that, 10 and 8. And the sister is suffering from a fever. And mother is taking care. She's giving only, what I can say, this food of rasam or something like this, and giving some medicine, some kashaya and everything. It is very, what I can say, bitterly thing to drink, and the sister is crying. And brother, when the mother is not, the brother will come. Oh, my dear sister, what you need? See, my mother is giving like this. I'm feeling to eat ice cream. So what the brother will do? Show, my dear sister, you need ice cream? I'll get you. He'll go buy ice cream and give to her. After eating ice cream, what will happen? Her fever will become more, and she might even die. Did the brother do anything wrong? He wants his sister to be happy. This is called lack of knowledge. By lack of knowledge, if you are doing anything, oh, you're doing good things only, but it fetches a bad result out of it. And you will be the sole responsible for the death of your sister. Understood? Many times we are in assumption that whatever I do, it's correct. Without Bhagavad Gita knowledge, you do whatever, it will be wrong only. It will be wrong. Never anything can become correct without the scriptural knowledge. So Bhagavad Gita is important. Without Bhagavad Gita, there is no life. Don't expect any good life without Bhagavad Gita. And only fortunate souls can attend this and get this knowledge. And without Bhagavad Gita, there is no life. Okay. Then fetches sinful reactions, as we saw. We'll have sinful reactions and we start suffering. Next life, something the same thing will come back to us. We'll suffer there. We'll take the birth as a poor, as a lame man, with a blind or deaf or something like this. And everybody starts scolding us, chastising, you're a fool, and that way. So you'll be insulted each and everywhere, and many things we experience. That is what we are experiencing now, because in our previous life, we have committed many vikarmas. Unfortunately, even now we are committing vikarma without the knowledge of. And the most important thing is akarma. What is akarma? See, this fetches good result, this fetches bad result. Both are bondage. Why? Our real problem is janma mrityu jara vyadhi. Right? Birth, death, old age, and disease is real problem. Only intelligent people will understand this. Others, they understand, oh, I don't have a house, I don't have a wife, this is my problem. No, that is our bodily problem. My problem is janma mrityu jara vyadhi. I have to, this is eternal, this thing difficult. I have to come out of it. So if I have a good result also, what will happen? I'll become a big, rich person. Even then I have to die. Even then I'll become old. I have to suffer with the disease. I cannot get rid of it. But what action gives us liberation? It is akarma. That is devotional service. That is service to the Lord. Chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra is a service. Offering milk and fruit to the Lord is a service. That fetches nothing. And whatever you are preparing, if you are doing that for the Lord, and you are taking bath at the morning, that also fetches a sinful activity, because you are killing so many worms, which is invisible to our eyes. You are killing so many insects in the water, making it hot. Is it right? You are unknowingly killing so many worms and so many insects and so many invisible these things. So you are coming to so much sinful activity. But if you're taking a bath for the Lord's service, for chanting, you're taking a bath. To attend this Bhagavad Gita session, you're taking a bath. Do some arti to the Lord, you're taking the bath. There's no result for it. Even you kill hundreds of invisible, this thing, you don't get any results because you are doing for the Lord. See how simple the life is. Then done to please the Lord. Okay, not done for one's own gain. Nothing that I have to get out of it. Everything what I'm doing, it's doing for the Lord's pleasure. This is the purpose of human life, to understand this and make it perfect our life and get liberated from this material world. All our sins gets vanished. Not only that, it burns our previous karmas also. The sinful, pious, whatever the result we have, it starts burning. When our pious and impious results becomes zero, we are qualified to enter the spiritual world. Even if you have a little bit of pious result also, you have to be here. You have to take a rich person's body and then you have to be here. What happens with that span of time? You commit other wrong things or some activities, so you'll be fetching more and more results. So it's a bondage to us. So this devotional service enjoys eternal transcendental happiness. Here also will be happy. In the spiritual world also will be happy. See the family. As the kid and the father and mother, they're enjoying with the kirtan and happily leading. Least bothered what the world is doing. This is devotional service and this is akarma. Okay. Now see karma, vikarma. Akarma in this chat you can see work with attachment. Both are work with attachment. Vikarma and akarma. But this all acts done for Krishna. Krishna's pleasure it is done. So it is akarma. There's no results for it. Sarvopadi vinirmuktam tatparatvena nirmalam rishikena rishikesha sevanam bhaktir uchyate. Bhakti uchyate. The topmost is serving the Lord as the Lord wishes. Pleasing the Lord. And to this knowledge, definitely we should have a spiritual master. Without that, how will he understand? Now, next point will come from it. According to Shastras, against the Vedic injunctions, this is akarma and vikarmas, there's no desire for sense gratification. There is nothing that he has to do or he is not to do, because every instruction, see, Arjuna's situation, he was not about to fight, but then he started fighting. Why? It is the instructions of Krishna. Very simple. In the last 18th chapter, Krishna will say, see, after saying everything, Krishna is not saying that you have to fight. Arjuna, I have given you the knowledge, it's your wish, you can choose. Then Arjuna says, Vachanam Karishya Tava. Now I understood everything, I'm out of this illusion. Krishna, whatever you say, I'll follow that. Are we becoming like Arjuna? We become like Arjuna, definitely we are great souls. Okay. Then good reaction, bad reaction, here enjoys transcendental happiness because no results is going to come. Always living with Krishna. Okay, now the last topic is surrender. Whom to surrender? The spiritual master. What is the way to surrender? Tadvidi pranipatena paripreshnena sevaya. Serve the spiritual master in a humble mood. Tadvidi pranipatena. Humbly you have to serve the spiritual master. Upadeksha ayanti te jnanam jnaninas tattva darshana. Why? He just tried to learn the truth by approaching a spiritual master, inquire from him submissively and render service unto him. The self-realized souls can impart knowledge unto you because they have seen the truth, because they possess the Supreme Lord in their heart. They know what is truth because Krishna is revealing to them. Tesham satyayuktanam bhajatam priti purvakam dadami buddhiyogam tamena. Krishna is residing in the heart and is revealing. It comes in the 10th chapter. Before that, I'm saying that as a light knowledge, all their ignorance is vanished. And whatever he says, he can see our future. Spiritual master can see the future of us. He can see the inner subtle body of us. What the karmas I have, what is my life, and accordingly will instruct. Krishna is saying that because they have seen the truth, they can impart the knowledge unto you. Please surrender to such kind of spiritual masters. Complete surrender, and that should be submissive service. See, this knowledge is very, very subtle in the sense it's very divine, even beyond the subtle part. It just passes from the spiritual master's heart to our heart. It is not that it comes verbally in my mouth and it goes to your ears and you will be able to understand. No, that is not the way. You have to humbly serve the spiritual master. From his heart, it comes to your heart. That is the way to achieve this knowledge. And this way you surrender to him. Definitely our life will be perfect. There's no doubt in it. You can see in the previous so many devotees who have surrendered. Krishna is an exemplary showing that he also had a guru. He had surrendered to him, to Sandipani Muni. Even the Supreme Lord is showing that. Even Sri Lord Ramachandra, he's showing that as exemplary. Yes, even the Supreme Lord is accepting the spiritual master. This is the way to get liberated from this material world. And how to serve the spiritual master also is showing there. He's not claiming, I am a supreme Lord, I don't need that. No. When you come as a human being, you come to this material world, this is the only process that you get liberated. Without spiritual, without a road, how will you reach? Or without a boat, how can you cross the river? The boat is the spiritual master. Without a road, how can you go from this way to that? No. And that road is spiritual master. The path is spiritual master. And the connectivity between the soul and Paramatma, it is the supreme law. Sorry, the spiritual master. For the soul and the super soul, there's a gap. That gap will be filled by spiritual master. Without surrendering to a spiritual master, never ever you can become a devotee. Never ever you can take the mercy of the Lord. Lord, never it comes directly to us. It is Guru Shishya Parampara. It comes from the Guru disciplic succession only. Clear. And glories of knowledge from Guru. When it comes from the spiritual master, what kind of a knowledge is that? Never falls into illusion. After this Bhagavad Gita sessions, you don't come into illusion, isn't it? It is some who are attentively attending or on their videos and attentively attending. Definitely, they get realizations. They'll not come to this illusion. I am this body, always thinking on bodily platform. This is doing of a dogs do this, cats do this, only animals do this, not the human being. We are just behaving as the same with the same mood and same activities. Then what's the difference between the animals and us? Isn't it? So definitely, a person who takes this knowledge from the spiritual master is out of the illusion, then crosses the ocean of miseries. This ocean, he crosses this ocean, Bhavasagara, we say. The struggling life will be able to cross this and destroys all sinful reactions. Once you take this knowledge as akarma, you start doing akarma, all your sins are vanished. It turns to ashes. It is said in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu Rupa Goswami says, Bhakti is something like a fire, and you are doing this Bhakti, all your results, it's something, tons and tons of results we have, and we have millions and millions of life to take. So much of results are there, and everything turns to ashes when you execute or engage in the devotional service of the Lord. Yeah. Who can and cannot achieve? Who can achieve this and who cannot? Faithful, dedicated, controlled senses. So when you have faith, when you are completely faithful and sincere in this, definitely you'll get dedicated Shraddha. There is actually 9 levels of bhakti. That is faith. Be faithful to this message of Bhagavad Gita. Be faithful to the spiritual master. Be faithful for many things like that and dedicated. So many times am I requesting everyone to be very attentive to turn on the videos, attend this. This is the way to get. But we have practiced doing two things, four things at a time. You cannot become perfect in any of the activities which are doing. Do one at a time. When it comes time, on this thing. And I've seen this, all this pastime also, where Dronacharya, everyone gives the bow and arrow, and he says everyone. Duryodhana says one thing, and everyone says one thing, and Yudhishthira Maharaj says, I'm able to see the bird, I'm able to see the tree, I'm able to see the ants or ant hill below, so that when I leave an arrow, never it should be disturbed to anyone. And he says, you're a king, because you are seeing each and everything in that way. One after the other, and Arjuna, what can you see? My dear spiritual master, I can see only the eye of the bird. Then are you able to see the bird? He says, no. Shoot, Arjuna. He shoots and exactly targets the eye of the bird. Doing only one work at a time, you become just fighting with you. How can you be seeing only one thing and you fight? No, you become perfect in one. Then Arjuna was able to leave 10,000 arrows at a time. Just imagine. And everything reaches the target. Exactly on the target it hits. Because he was perfect in one. He became perfect in 100. So today you're perfect in one, tomorrow you'll become perfect in two, perfect in three, perfect. It just multiplies to hundreds. See, just small example, you're walking. You're not practicing all the steps to walk, claim a staircase. Just try to claim one staircase, one step perfectly you do. It is easy. Then the second step, third step, easily you can climb and go. At once you want to climb 3 steps, 4 steps, always you'll be falling down, you'll not learn. Perfection is more important. Doing one work at a time is more. This is called Sattva. This is the Brahminical quality. I don't know. When you progress in your consciousness, you'll realize many things. Okay. Then ignorant, faithless, and doubtful of revealed scriptures. Person who's ignorant, I don't have faith on this Bhagavad Gita and message. He will never receive this. And never ever you'll see any spiritual master in his life. And his life is degrading day after day, day after day. Finally, he'll go to some animalistic life and his next birth in very near. This thing deteriorated. So it's very important to take this knowledge seriously, have faith in it, execute in our life, make your life perfect. The 4th chapter, what we saw is eternal knowledge and accurate understanding, the most important varnashrama dharma visa. Then actions, that is karma, vikarma, karma, and surrender finally. How should we surrender to the spiritual master? And why should we surrender? How important is it? Yeah. And tomorrow is another important chapter, that is Karma Yoga in Krishna consciousness. In Krishna consciousness. 3rd chapter was Karma Yoga, no? And this chapter, Krishna will briefly, because Arjuna will raise a question. Krishna, what is this? You are saying Karma Yoga, then you are saying transcendental knowledge. Which should I accept now? He clubs both and gives in this chapter. And tomorrow I'll be saying this, beginning with a story, most important story, which will teach us how to live in this material world. Stay in the world. How to be in this world. How should we live? Okay, then 3 doers. Now tomorrow we'll see why, whose karma, I am doing something with the result. Everything is done by the Lord, we say. The result is coming to me. Many questions will be rising, but all will be answered. Then equal vision. When we get this knowledge, how our vision becomes equal, and peace. What is the formula for peace? Peace formula tomorrow, last verse it will be revealed. So it will be better if you all read the PDF or hear the audio and come, because for the second time, once again, you hear from me, very easily you'll be able to realize or understand this better. Otherwise, it's something, yes, you can understand, but when you hear or read before this, it will be more better. Okay. Now, quiz. I request each and every participant to attend this. This is definitely beneficial to you. Now let us chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra once. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Nam Akari Bahuda Nija Sarva Shaktis Tatrar Pita Niyamita Smaranena Kalaha Yeta Drishitava Kripa Bhagavan Mamahi Durdaiva Midrushami Hajanunanu. Nam Akari, there are millions of names for the Lord, isn't it? Nam Akari Bahuda Nija Sarva Shaktis. All the potency of the Lord is being invested in the holy name of the Lord. And to chant such kind of name, Tatrarpita Niyamita Smaranena Kalaha. There is no rules and regulations. You can chant whenever, however, wherever. There is no any restrictions. And the strength of the holy name, I don't know. You all know this Ramayana also. Just by writing Sri Ram on the rock, it starts floating. And when there was one pastime that Sri Ramachandra and Hanuman had a battle. So because he has promised on Ram, so Hanuman there's no way that he has to fight against the Lord Ramachandra. Okay, I'm ready to fight against the Lord, Supreme Lord, who is the eternal servant, is always in service mode. Now he's ready to fight with the Lord Ramachandra. What he does, just he folds his hand, he says, Sri Ram. That's it. And what Ram is saying, he took his arrow, bow and arrow. His arrow never ever misses the target, or never it comes back. Such kind of a powerful Ramaban, we say. He just shoots the arrow to Hanuman. What happened? Nothing it happened. Just it returned back to Ram because he was chanting the holy names of Lord. Even Ramaban was not able to reach him. That is the potency or power of the holy name of the Lord. Such Hare Krishna Maha Mantra we are getting very freely, very easily. How much we are utilizing, how much we are accepting, how faithfully we are accepting this, and how attentively, seriously we are chanting. That matters. Our Lakshmi Narasimhadev, our Gandharva Giridhara is on HPR layout. Now, any questions? You can ask. You can raise your hands for questions. And before that, let us hear some announcements. Yes.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you for wonderful explanation as usual. Shall we go through the report first, Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhuji, please.
Okay, let me share my screen. Are you able to see my screen, Prabhu?
Still, it is saying that it will show. It is not showing, but.
Okay. But I
Yeah,
shared
shared it, but it is. Prabhu, can you share? Yes.
Yes.
Prabhu, you can explain it, bro.
Yes, yes. So, Prabhu, chanting is, there is some increase in chanting compared to yesterday. Like yesterday, 29 people did the chanting. So, sorry, 19 people did the chanting. Today, 22 people did the chanting. And quiz, yesterday, 29 people.
Devotees, you can say, Prabhu. When they are chanting, they are devotees.
Yes. Yes, Prabhu. So, quiz was attended by 32 devotees. Yes. And chanting was done by 22 devotees. The percentage has increased a little bit. And yesterday onwards, we added Naivedya as well as part of the field. So 19 devotees did the Naivedya.
So I request this Naivedya, just anyhow we drink milk or eat fruits, and just keep in front of. Try to do this. It becomes transcendental. It becomes sin-free. No sin in it. Even you eat a fruit, they think that, oh, non-vegetarian is sinful. Definitely, or killing an animal and eating is a sinful. But even eating fruits and vegetables also is a sin. No? Because even fruits and vegetables life. That and eat. So just keeping in front of the Lord, it becomes sinless. So please do that. I need everyone to do. But I don't know why everyone are not reporting. But still, if everyone do in your house, it will be more better. Yes, Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu.
Okay.
Let us take questions. Meanwhile, you can share the feed. Yes, Saraswati Mataji. Hare Krishna. Yes, Mataji, you are on mute.
Now you are hearing?
Yes, Mataji.
Prabhuji, actually, நான் தமிழ்லயே உங்ககிட்ட பேசுறேன்.
சொல்லுங்க மதாஜி.
இது கீதா உபதேசம் பகவத்கீதா அர்ஜுனன் மூலமா இந்த உலகத்துக்கு கொடுக்கப்பட்டது இல்லையா? அப்போ ஏன் அவரை செலக்ட் பண்ணீங்கன்னு கேக்குறப்போ, ஹலோ, ஏன் அவருக்கு கொடுத்தீங்க, ஏன் அர்ஜுனாக்கு அந்த வாய்ப்பை கொடுத்தீங்க அப்படின்னு கேக்குறாங்க இல்லையா? ஹலோ, அப்போ கிருஷ்ணா அர்ஜுனனுடைய அந்த கிருஷ்ணா கிருஷ்ணா கிருஷ்ணான்னு கேக்குறது இல்லையா அந்த வாய்ஸ், அது எந்த முறையில கேக்குறது பிரபுஜி? ஆக்சுவலி அர்ஜுனா வந்து நண்பனாவா, இல்லைன்னா அவர் ஒரு மைத்துனன்கிற முறையிலயா, இல்லைன்னா ஸ்பிரிச்சுவலா முதல்லயே அவருக்கு வந்து கிருஷ்ணா வந்து ஒரு பகவான் அப்படிங்கிறது தெரிஞ்சதா? விஸ்வரூப தரிசனத்துக்கு முன்னாடி அவர் சொல்றாரு இல்லையா, அந்த ஹார்ட்டோட அந்த பீப் கேக்குறது இல்லையா, அது எப்படி கேக்குது, எந்த முறையில அதுக்கு கேக்குது பிரபுஜி?
மதாஜி, அர்ஜுனர் யாருன்னு நினைக்கிறீங்க? நரநாராயணான கிருஷ்ண அர்ஜுனா ரெண்டு பேரு.
Okay.
So he is eternal associate of the Lord. Eternal associate. So Krishna says here in this chapter also, that when Arjuna will ask a question, how should I believe that you imparted this knowledge to Suryana? That is the first one. And it's a long ago now. I can see you're my friend and you're with me. But you're saying that you imparted this knowledge to Vivaswan. Then Krishna says, Arjuna, it's not only me. Even you were there when we imparted this knowledge. But your living entity, Jiva, you forget by changing the bodies. But I don't forget. The two personalities, that is Nitya Mukta and Nitya Baddha. We are all Nitya Baddha. So we are conditioned souls. And they are liberated souls. And whoever comes in the pastime of Krishna, all are liberated souls. They take the role of a pastime. They do it. Even Bhishmadev is the eternal associate. And even many others who are all doing, all are eternal associates, and they are devotees of Lord. Jaya Vijaya, for example. Jaya Vijaya, they are the associates of the Lord. They made a pastime as Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu. Punjida Mataji.
புரிஞ்சது பிரபுஜி.
So eternal associates. So on the past time, so we should understand it, but also should become a liberated soul. See, what is the difference between conditioned and liberated? Till then we have a desire of this material world, we will be conditioned. There's no other way. There's only one enjoyer, that is the Supreme Lord. Anyhow, tomorrow I'm going to explain that. Bhoktaram Agnatapasam Sarvaloka Maheshwaram Surhudam Sarvabhutanam Nyattvamam Shanti Mrichati. There's only one enjoyer. We don't have the quality to enjoy also. And Prabhupada, very simple example he gives. And when you want to water to a tree, where should you water? To the roots, not to the leaves and branches, isn't it? And one thing you should understand as a jiva, I don't have the quality to suck the water. To keep on the leaf, the water, it doesn't have a potency to suck it. We don't have a potency to enjoy. It is only the Supreme Lord who is having the quality of enjoy. Only the roots can suck. Even now we are thinking that I'm eating, I'm enjoying this. No, I cannot enjoy because it is the Supreme Lord as Paramatma. On behalf of us, he is enjoying. So that my conditioned soul, that is what is the illusion, the very beginning thing. We cannot have any material happiness or have happiness to this watch or mobile or anything. No. Our happiness is only by service to the Lord. So actually, we are all in illusions. And why he is saying this? It's a small pastime. Krishna creates everything to give a message to us. So Arjuna was such a great devotee. Even if you are a Kshatriya, even if you are a Shudra, don't think that I am a Shudra. I will reciprocate accordingly. I will impart this Bhagavad Gita knowledge to you also. Even if you are Shudra, I will come and impart this knowledge because you are my devotee. That's what Krishna wants to give the message. Okay, Mataji?
Okay, Prabhuji.
You got the answer, no?
Hello?
Was your question answered, Mataji?
பிரபுஜி கேக்கல.
இல்ல உங்களோட क्वेश्चनக்கு ஆன்சர் கிடைச்சதா?
கிடைச்சது. நன்றி.
ஓகே.
அடியேன்.
ஹரே கிருஷ்ணா.
Hare Krishna.
Yes, bro. Vaishali Mataji raised hand again, lowered it. Vaishali Mataji, do you still have question? You can switch on your video.
Vaishali Mataji, do you have question now?
Yes. Namaste, Guruji.
Hare Krishna. Yes, Mataji.
Mine is a very tiny doubt. I saw in the parampara all the names of the Gurujis.
Mataji, your voice is breaking.
Or something, or does it have something?
Mataji, if you have a earphone, headphone, something, you remove that. It's
I'm
creating
not
some disturbance.
using one.
There is some disturbance, Mataji. We are not able to hear.
Can I type it in the chat box, please?
Yes, Mataji, definitely, Mataji. Please. Thank you, Mataji.
Okay.
Yes, Prabhu.
Prabhuji, in the chat box, there is one more question from Mohan Raj Prabhu. Mohan Raj, could you please switch on your video if you are already here? Yes. You can ask that question directly. Mohanraj Prabhu, you are there?
You read, Prabhu, you read the question.
Okay. So, Mohanraj Prabhu's question is why Krishna chose only Arjuna among all his disciples or associates to preach Gita? Why not anyone else? What are those qualities of Arjuna that made him so close to Krishna?
I hope I answered this, no? In the session and now to Mataji's question also. So Arjuna was a very dear devotee of the Lord. And everyone cannot become friends of Lord. Only devotees can. So see, it takes much more time for us to realize this. So not that everyone can become devotees. Devotees also, how selfless you are. In any kind of condition, your only attitude should be to serve the Lord. When you come to that platform, you become more purer, that you come to your constitutional position. For example, you take water. How much ever you boil, make into evaporation, finally it transforms to liquid form. How much ever you make it cold and make as ice cubes, once again it comes to its. How much ever the struggle we have, how much ever the challenges we have, how much ever happiness we have, how much ever the affluence we have, if the servants of the Lord, definitely we are very dear to the Lord. This is the examinations that we will be having in our life. The challenges in the 7th chapter, one story also regarding this. So in that way, many things, whatever passes in our life, are we near to the Lord? Are we always surrendered to the Lord? That makes us pure. And you can see the Pandavas' life, from the birth till the end, they had only struggle. But never ever they left out Krishna. They were always meditating on Krishna. They were the pure devotees of Krishna. Krishna never gives up. So this is what we should understand. And that's why Krishna imparted this knowledge to Arjuna. And Arjuna is very close. No? He cannot say to other devotees, everyone are close, everyone are devotees. But why only to Arjuna? Because he was his friend. Only friends can be in an equal platform. So others, little superior, he cannot say to Yudhishthira Maharaj because he's superior. Not in eternal term. In this material term, he was superior, elder to him. So he cannot impart this. So he was saying to Arjuna. Clear? In this way, many things we can take, but all are devotees. That one thing should be clear. Yes, Prabhu. Next.
Okay, Prabhu. So Vaishali Mataji has posted her question in the chat window.
Yeah, she has posted me personally also. What is the meaning of Srila? Is it like Mr.? What is Srila? Srila Prabhupada, we say. It's a respectable word. It's a respectable word, giving the respect to Srila and then saying Prabhupada. Okay. Then why only the last have the title? Why only few? Only Acharyas get this title. So there's a lot of difference between a Guru and an Acharya. Guru is a person who just follows a spiritual master. But Acharya is a person who is empowered from the Lord directly. Actually, is the Shakti-Avesh avatar of the Lord. Like Vyasadeva. Actually, Vyasadeva is a Jiva, But actually is the incarnation of the Lord. How? The Lord is having many potencies. That potency has been empowered to a Jiva. Then he becomes the Shakti-Avesh avatar of the Lord. So he's a literature incarnation. So he was able to write all the Puranas and everything. Same with Prabhupada. He's an Acharya, empowered Acharya. Just in 10 years, he made 108 temples all over the world and he has given the books. Now, whatever the books he has given, you take 10 lifetimes to hear his lectures and read the books. How much? 10 lifetimes you need. But he did this in 10 years. That's the difference between a pure devotee of the Lord. When he is empowered with the Lord's potency, he can do miracles. It's beyond our imagination. So only Acharyas, only to Acharyas this kind of titles has been given. And spiritual master also we say as His Holiness. Like to our spiritual master, His Holiness Jayapataka Swami. In that way. Okay. Yes. Hare Krishna.
There are few questions.
Kirtiraj Prabhu. Kirtiraj Prabhu, can you ask a question?
You can switch on your video as well, Prabhu.
Good day, everyone.
Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah. No, I just wanted to know, when did this soul started taking a material body? So my question before was why we need to take a material body first of all, and then when
Yes.
did the first material body has come in?
Yes. So very important question, and I don't know how far you'll be able to understand this answer also. Very simple. The first day, second day, I think, second chapter, I gave an analogy of a grease. Our hand is with grease or oil. So whatever we touch, it becomes grease or oil. Now we are contaminated. And even this answer you take also becomes contaminated with the understanding of our material intelligence. Yeah. Very first point. There is a beginning and end. Only in this material world we have beginning and end. Actually, spirituality, there is no beginning and end. Clear? And we cannot come beyond this. Without the understanding of beginning and end, we cannot understand. That is our conditioning thing. In spirituality, there is no beginning and end. We don't have any beginning because we are part and parcel of the Lord. Mame Vamshi Jiva Loka Jiva Buddha Sanatana. Clear? Then why did we come here? We're actually eternal servants of the Lord. We are His part and parcel. Then why did we come to this material world? Actually, when we had a desire, and tomorrow I'll be explaining that, and you are asking today, I'm saying, when we had a desire that I should enjoy, I should lord over the nature, or I should become the boss, came to this world, material world. And He is the Supreme Father. How merciful is He, How did all the living entities enter to this material world, Scriptures say this, as Chaturmukha Brahma. He created a universe and He sent us because I had a desire to enjoy. Apart from the Lord, I want to the boss because I'm only always serving Him. I also should become something like a boss. I should enjoy. Okay, He created a universe. He made me as a Brahma and made the head of this universe. And from there, when I thought of enjoying more and more, my degradation starts happening. I should see, without becoming illusion, you cannot do this. Because I'm an eternal servant of the Lord, my mood is always to serve Him. When I think to enjoy, so I should become illusioned. When I become an illusion, in illusion, I'll be trying to, I'm enjoying. Very simple example I'll give. For example, a child, a small kid, father is, for example, they're doing some exercise or something. He's lifting the dumbbells of 5 kg and 10 kg dumbbells. Father is lifting. And the small kid, he's coming. Papa, even I want to do this. He cannot even lift a small thing. He thinks that I want to take this 5 kilo. What the father does? Without unknowing to the kid, he takes the 5 kilos. And the kid is thinking that I'm taking this, or I'm lifting this. He'll be happy. He's in illusion that I'm doing this. So that he is happy. The same thing the Lord does. When I want to be happy with this material things, He creates more and more illusion to me. And with this more and more illusion, I'm thinking that I'm happy. I'm happy with this house, with this wife, with the children. I'm happy in this way. Our illusion is actually increasing. And once we come up with this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, we'll start revealing, oh no, this is not my reality. I'm an illusion. Then you'll come to serve the Lord. Then what the Lord does? He just removes the illusion. As when there is this fog or the mist, when the sun rises, all just evaporates. Clear? It melts. The same way our illusion melts when we increase our Bhagavad Gita knowledge. If we are without this knowledge, we always engage in sense gratification, our illusion increases. So that we want to enjoy, Krishna is helping us. Okay, Kirtiraj Prabhu, understood?
Thanks, Guruji. Yeah, I got it.
Yes.
The first thing is Adi and
Yes.
Adam is not there. So
Yes,
that is
yes.
got you.
Yes, Prabhu. Thank you.
Guruji.
Thank you. Okay, this is more important. Understanding. Definitely we cannot realize. It takes a longer time. That without Adi Anti, can anything be? Without start and end, how can it be? Because this is our conditioning. So we think there should be some beginning or end. At least the scriptural knowledge, we cannot realize that. We can at least understand. Yes, Scripture is saying have a strong faith on it. That is true. Scripture is saying something because it is realized knowledge. It is absolute. So it is true. Just in that understanding, if you go, you start revealing. Krishna starts revealing everything. Okay, fine. Thank you.
Prabhu, there are a few questions from the feedback.
Yes, Prabhu. Please, Prabhu.
Let me ask these things. Okay. Vedasri Mataji is asking, what happens after Kali Yuga?
Satya Yuga will start. Very simple. After Kali Yuga, it's Satya Yuga.
Again, it's a repetition of...
It's a repetition, like summer, winter. This keeps on coming and going. No? The same way. After Kali Yuga, it's Satya Yuga, then Treta Yuga, Dwapara Yuga, Kali Yuga, once again Satya Yuga. It's just rotation. Yes. And sometimes it happens with Pralaya and sometimes without Pralaya. And this time, no Pralaya. Because Kalki is coming. So Kalki is coming, it just vanishes all the demons. And from there, new era will start, and that is Satya Yuga. Yes.
And next question is from Divya Mataji. Can a person with identity crisis ever be able to surrender?
Yes, you can. You cannot come out of it. By surrendering only, you will come out of the identity crisis. We realize that I'm this body, and you surrender to the spiritual master. Spiritual master starts removing our contamination. He will give this transcendental knowledge. He imparts this knowledge. By the realization, serving more and more to him and getting more and more knowledge, you get come to a platform, realized platform. Then you will to recognize our identity. Then you get connected to the Lord. It's a long process, but very easy process and simple process is chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra and doing some Naivedya to the Lord. Yes, Prabhu.
Okay. The last question is from Paparao Prabhu. Lust, how to control in our daily life. So he's asking how to control lust in our daily life.
I hope I answered this. To be intelligent, senses, we discussed this in the second chapter itself. No? Vyayata Vishan Pumsa Sangha Sanjayate Kama. I gave with many examples also. Just I gave an example of a sari or a dress material. When the wife sees the dress, the beginning thing she should know, yes, we have so many beautiful things, but it is really required to me. The very first point, yes, it is required to me. Then am I capable of achieving this? Yes, I'm capable of achieving it. Then you can buy that. No, just give it up. You're able to purchase that and still you meditate on it. That transforms to lust. Once lust is come, that's the end. You cannot satisfy that. That leads to another one. Okay. So this is how you can control the lust. And that is with Bhagavad Gita knowledge. With the scriptural knowledge, transcendental knowledge, divine knowledge. Without that materialistic knowledge, you cannot, what I can say, control this lust, or you cannot come without transforming to lust. All desires transforms to lust. Okay. Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay, Prabhu. So those are the questions. There are some feedback, Prabhu, after yesterday's session. Shall I read them?
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay.
If you should be more better, Prabhu.
Pardon, Prabhu?
If you have any other questions, you can raise your hands. Devotees who have any other questions can raise your hands. Meanwhile, they'll show the feedback. Yes. Sandhya Raghumat.
So my screen is visible, Prabhu?
Hare Krishna Prabhu. I
Hare
have one question already. Hare Krishna Prabhu. I have one
Yes.
question I sent in chat box, Prabhu. Please explain that.
No, I have not received the question, Mataji. Sandhya. Can you explain again? God will take birth in Dwapara and Treta Yuga. What was your question, Mataji? Lord will take his avatara in the yugas, other yugas?
Yes, Prabhu. Again, the repetition of Satya Yuga, Dwapara Yuga, and Treta Yuga. Just now you said no, Prabhuji.
Yes.
So my question is, if in Dwapara Yuga and Treta Yuga, Rama and Krishna takes birth in that yugas, no, Prabhuji. If in repetition of this Dwapara Yuga, again Krishna will take birth. Same repeatedly it will go.
Yes, Mataji. Actually, it is eternal. See, Satyuga Simadev, Treta Yuga with Sri Lord Ramachandra, and Dwapara Yuga with Lord Krishna, and this Kali Yuga with Kalki and this. There are 6 kinds of avatars. Actually, there's no birth. No birth like us. It is actually avatara. You are on mute, Mataji. So it's actually not birth. It is avatara. It is explained what is the meaning of avatara. Avatara descending from the spiritual sky to the material sky. It's very simple. Just come down from the Vaikuntha to here. But to our, what I can say, material, this thing, the vision changes. As they have a parents, they have mother and father, then they take birth, something like that. So in that way, he descends here.
Okay. Again, yes. Ravana also will take birth, Guruji.
Yes, Mataji.
Ravanasura and Hiranyakashipu.
Yes, definitely. Again,
it will repeat.
Every yuga, there's a pastime. Every yuga, there's a pastime. Every yuga, there will be a demon, and every yuga, Narasimhadev will come, Lord Ramachandra will come, Krishna, but that Krishna is different, this Krishna is different. So, Mataji, it takes a long time, Mataji. You all should come to a higher, much higher consciousness to understand many other things. So, Krishna, it is Krishna who incarnates expansion of Lord Vishnu. He takes in all the yugas. But this Krishna, now, this Dwapara, Vaivasvatamanu, Dwapara yugas, Krishna, he is the real Krishna, from whom all the other expansions are coming. So many have left, but otherwise I might have been sure that Loka chapter, so that you'll be able to understand. Is it? Let me check once, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
1 minute, Mataji. 1 minute, Mataji. So you can see here, Mataji. You were asking about what was your question?
Dwapara Yuga and Treta Yuga, again, how God will take avatara, like that Ravanasura and Hiranyakashipu, they will also take that.
Yes, Mataji. Yes, Mataji. So here you can see this avatars, I'll show you. Sorry. You can see here. Okay. Lord Krishna's divine form. Here it is Swayam Rupa Krishna. From Krishna's expansion is Balaram. From Balaram's expansion is Vasudeva, Sankarshana, Aniruddha, Pradyumna. And from there, it's Lord Narayana. From Sankarshana, it is Lord Narayana. And from Lord Narayana, there is another Chaturviva. That is Vasudeva, Sankarshana, Pradyumna, and Aniruddha. And their expansion is many expansions. There are many different names. Rishikesha, Padmanabha, Dhamodara. And you can see Krishna comes here. Here, that Krishna is different. You can see here 24 here. This Krishna is different. That Krishna was different. Krishna comes at every Dwapara Yuga. This Krishna is direct Krishna. It is not the expansion of Mahavishnu. He is direct Krishna who has come in this Yuga. Okay, from there it is Mahavishnu. From Mahavishnu it is Garbhodaksha Vishnu. From Garbhodaksha Vishnu it is Kshirodaksha. Kshirodaksha Vishnu is the Paramatma who resides in everyone's heart. And the avatars here, this is known as Guna Avatara. Actually, at the very beginning, Purusha Avatara. And here there is Leela Avatara, Guna Avatara, then Yuga Avatara, Manvantara Avatara, there is Shaktiavesh Avatara. You can see under this there are so many names. So many Leela Avataras are there. So many Shakti Avataras are there. So many Yuga Avataras, Manvantara Avataras. Just Manvantara Avatara, there is around 14 to 15. That is Yagna, Vibhu. There's many things, Mataji. It takes a long process to understand. But definitely when we are devotees, our knowledge gets clearer. When the sun rises more and more, the mist starts melting. So our illusion gets melting. So we get more and more realized. Definitely, it's very easy. You think, this, my goodness, I cannot learn in my life. Arey, my person can learn, why you all cannot learn. Definitely, you all will be able to. But we see
Guruji,
chant more and more. Yes, Mataji.
I have one more question. Can I ask in Telugu, Guruji?
Telugu. Yes, Mataji, అడగండి.
జయ విజయులు వాళ్ళ శాపం వల్ల మూడు రాక్షసుల అవతారాలు 3 జన్మలలో 3 రాక్షసుల అవతారాలు ఎత్తింది కదా గురుజీ జయ విజయులు. అయితే అది వాళ్ళ సంహారం అయిపోయింది ఇంతకు ముందు జరిగినప్పుడే. ఇంతకు ముందు త్రేతాయుగం ద్వాపర యుగంలో వాళ్ళ సంహారం జరిగిపోయింది. మళ్ళీ సంహారం జరిగిన తర్వాత మళ్ళీ ద్వాపర యుగం త్రేతాయుగంలో మళ్ళీ వాళ్ళు పుట్టి వాళ్ళ సంహారం జరుగుతుందా? అయిపోయింది కదా, అది మళ్ళీ చెడు ఎందుకు పుడుతుంది?
అంటే ఇంకొకటి మాతాజీ, ఆ ఒక లీల ఇలాగే ఉంటుంది అనేది లేదు, జయ విజయులు ఇలాగే వస్తారు అనేది లేదు, అది వేరే ఒక లీలగా ఉంటుంది. ఖచ్చితంగా వస్తారు, జయ విజయులే రావాలి అనేది కూడా లేదు. అక్కడ 4 ద్వారాలు ఉంటుంది, 7 ద్వారాలు ఉంటుంది, 7 ద్వారాలను వీళ్ళు ఉంటారు. సో జయ విజయులు అలాంటి వేరే వేరే వాళ్ళతో ఉంటారు, అది 4 ద్వారాలుగా ఉంటుంది. చాలా పెద్ద ఎక్స్ప్లెనేషన్ నేను. సో అన్ని చోట్ల ఒక్కొక్కరితో ఒక లీల అవుతుంటుంది. ఇలా ఇంకొకరు వస్తారు, వాళ్ళు వచ్చినప్పుడు కృష్ణుడు ఇక్కడ వస్తా ఉంటాడు, హిరణ్యకశిపుడు ఇంకొకరు వచ్చి ఉంటారు, అక్కడ నరసింహని వచ్చి అక్కడ ఒక లీల అనేది నడుస్తుంది. ప్రతి యుగంలోనూ ఇది నడుస్తుంటుంది. జస్ట్ ఇది ఒక లీల అనేది తెలుసుకోవాలి. అదేలాగా ఈ ఒక బద్ధాత్మలకి ఒక సందేశం. మీరు ఎలా అసురుడైతేనో ఖచ్చితంగా భగవంతుని నుంచి మన్నించి పడుతుంటుంది. దాని తర్వాత ఈ భక్తుడు ఎలాగుంటుంది సార్, ప్రహ్లాద్ మహారాజు ఎంత చిన్నవాడైతేనో సరే, శక్తిహీనుడైతే సరే, భగవంతుడు అతన్ని రక్షిస్తాడు అనే ఒక సందేశం. ఇలాగా అనేక సందేశాలను భగవంతుడు ఇచ్చే కోసం ఈ లీలలు చేస్తుంటాడు. ఓకే, ఎస్, అర్థమైందా?
అర్థమైంది.
హరే కృష్ణ.
ధన్యవాదాలు.
ధన్యవాదాలు. ఎస్ ప్రభు.
Okay, so shall I read or shall I try to share the screen for the feedback group once again?
Anything is fine, bro.
Yes, sir. Let me try one more time.
Yes, bro.
Are you able to see my screen, Prabhu?
You are trying to show, Prabhu, but I am not able to see.
Okay, Prabhu.
He's already sharing, but not visible, Prabhu.
I'll read it, Prabhu.
If you are possible, you can share, Prabhu.
Yeah. Prabhu, I'm going to read them. So
yes, Prabhu.
So Harsha Prabhu says it's more informative. Vaishali Mata.
Can you make it bigger, Prabhu? Raji Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu. Chandrasekhar Prabhu, you can read.
Yes. Yeah. So Nagamati Mataji says it's a nice class. Giridhara Prabhu says it was so divine to be part of the session. Harsha who says it's more
informative.
Vaishali Mataji says 18 days are definitely not enough to understand this great life manual, but Guruji's explanation and stories are making it easy to follow. I love the quiz. Can we know if the descriptive answers that we send are correct, please? Thank you.
This descriptive answers only for your realization, Mataji. Not saying it's right or wrong. Never we are here to say that you are wrong. That one thing you all should understand. Nobody is wrong. Definitely we are ignorant. We don't know the knowledge, so we are ignorant. But nobody is wrong here. So whatever the answer you give, it is always correct and always perfect. Yes, according to your understanding or realization it is. So it matters whether to improve that or somewhere where you stand. Just to realize that where do you stand and what is your understanding. Is it right or wrong? Not once again wrong. So what is the level of your understanding? In that way we see nothing like wrong. Okay, fine. Yes, Prabhu. Next.
Yeah. Mohanraj Prabhu says today's session helped me to see things in an alternative way, in another perspective. The knowledge from Gita opens up our mind to see many things around us, the duties we perform, and to understand the subtle message each have in them. Pinapani Mataji says it's good. Bhanupriya Mataji says it's so nice, enjoyed, and started to practice.
Very good. Thank you.
Sridhar Prabhu says it's very informative.
Informative.
Vedashri Mataji says it was interesting and this course helping us lot and we are learning lot from this course. Thank you Prabhu for teaching us. Hare Krishna Prabhu. Ravindra Prabhu says good. Dr. Rajata Mataji says enemy of the soul, that is lust, which is not satisfied. This part of the session I learned from today's session. Guruji, thank you for the eye-opening session. And Tulsi Pandu Prabhu says, Hare Krishna Prabhu, thank you Prabhu to be part in this session. It's very beautiful course and the method of teaching of Prabhuji is easy to understand. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you. And Srinivas Prabhu is asking for the PDF. The Goloka chat. Definitely we'll share that. We'll share in the group. I think Anil Prabhu or Chandrasekhar Prabhu, someone can share that in the group. Okay. Here. So I thank each and every devotee who have participated in today's session. So let us chant once Hare Krishna Mahamantra and wind up the session. Okay. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you to all. To unmute yourself and unmute and say Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
English
Hare
Prabhu,
Krishna
Shani
Prabhu.
Mataji, Mohanraj Prabhu,
Hare
Jayesh
Krishna
Prabhu,
Prabhuji.
Lilith Prabhu, Sandhya Raghav Mataji, Hare Krishna, Saraswati Mataji, Vijay Mataji and family, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Kirtiraj Prabhu, Hare Krishna, Bhavani Mataji, Hare Krishna. Yes, thank you to all. Pramod Prabhu, Hare Krishna, Chandrasekhar Prabhu, Raji Prabhu, Sindhu Mataji,
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna to all.
Thank you all for joining the session. Tomorrow again we start the session in chapter 5. Hare Krishna. Thank you all.
Hare Krishna.